You normally wouldn't start gardening in Manitoba until after the May long weekend, but Winnipeg Harvest is already putting down soil in its backyard for its annual vegetable garden. Volunteers are adding a layer of plastic to the beds to help with drainage and airflow. But at this early stage, it's still too cold to plant anything, so the seeding process is getting started indoors.
In our warehouse, we have a grow stand, so we are starting seedlings, and groups will be coming to help us with that project. So we have some of the stuff already prepped and ready. My estimation is that mid-May we'll start kind of looking at planting, depending on the weather, of course.
Winnipeg Harvest has planted a garden at its Winnipeg Avenue location for the past 3 years. They only recently built and moved into a new warehouse space, so this is the first time they'll be using the backyard for gardening. It will be used as a teaching tool to help people start their own community gardens.
More soil.
Although the gardening space is new, one challenge never goes away, making sure hungry intruders don't make off with the vegetables. Volunteer Scott Cholak is taking a few hours away from his office job to get that task done.
We've been asked to put up this fence to keep the rabbits out of the gardens and put soil in the bed so that they can start planting. So we're putting up a fence today.
Cholak is part of a group of more than 60 volunteers from Canada's Safeway who are spending the day building a raised bed garden for the food bank, which largely relies on volunteers to keep the organization running. One of the ways Harvest gets its volunteer workforce is by encouraging people to gather groups from schools, churches, and offices. Volunteer John Graham says the backyard isn't the most ideal place for a garden because there's so many rocks and so little grass and soil. But sometimes you just have to work with what you've got.
It's not perfect, but out of imperfection often grows amazing things, and I think what we'll see this summer is some great edible products that will help those in need.
For now, Cholak and the rest of the crew are hoping a few laughs will help them get the job done.
We're full of AAA personalities, so it's going fast and we'll be done by noon.
By noon?
By noon.
As soon as it's warm and ready, Winnipeg Harvest will start demonstrations with clients so they can develop their own community gardens. Safeway volunteers are all done for the day, but Winnipeg Harvest still needs people to man the garden throughout the summer months. If you'd like to volunteer here or with any other Winnipeg Harvest projects, contact them by using the information on the screen. For Shaw TV, I'm Crystal Ladaris.